Okay, so it's been a while. Well, I got undisciplined for 1 week and forgot to record. With that being said, there's been a lack of content, obviously. And so the way I was stacking the videos is I recorded my first 2 weeks and then I posted my first week on the second week, that following week. That gave me kind of a week buffer. It's hard to stay on top of yourself when you got so much stuff going on, trying to build a business, do a triathlon, and these aren't excuses because there's no excuse, just gotta do it. I mean, that's really it. But just to kind of catch you guys up, the trainings that I've really picked up recently, because change of plans, I actually ended up signing up for a triathlon, a sprint triathlon in August. It's currently the end of July, and so I have almost like 3 weeks before I have a sprint triathlon. I'm only doing it to kind of get my feet wet because I didn't want to fumble through transitions and things like that, but we'll get into more of that later on in this video. But yeah, just welcome back. So I wanted the main focus of this video to be focused around nutrition and kind of what I'm intaking on a daily basis, because fueling your body is one of the most important parts of the triathlon. Every morning when I wake up, first thing I do is grab my water bottle, filling that up with fresh water at the fridge, and then I'm going 1 scoop of BPN's creatine monohydrate. Thank you, Nick Bear. And then every day I'm taking GM1 Sport by BPN, 1 scoop of that, making sure that I'm replenishing my electrolytes. Super huge, especially on the big training days. 90 minutes before like an intense workout, you're replenishing your body, especially on those days. One thing I have learned about BPN is if you don't put a mixer ball in there, it'll like thick up and then you got like clumps of like powder that you're like chewing on. It's so nasty. I'm always putting a mixer ball in there. So just make sure you shake it well if you're using BPN. All right, so the next thing I typically grab for is this pill organizer that I bought just to make sure I'm taking my multivitamins. You got some D3 in there, magnesium, ashwagandha, zinc, make sure I'm staying healthy. Cheers to that. All right, and another tip, just for you guys with the wives, don't ever leave this powder here. They'll kill you. Just actually scoop it into the floor. All right, so let's talk about kind of what nutritional facts I need to kind of hit. And I think, hey, can you stop? I'm trying to record a video over here. Come here, come say hi. Don't bark at me, come here. Come, over here. Like I was saying, I think it's important to kind of understand your baseline and what you need to hit calorie-wise, just to kind of maintain, first of all. Come here, come say hi. Come here, come here. Oh, you're a big girl now. You're a big girl now. Say hello to the camera. Say hi, I'm the whiny baby in the background. I use MyFitnessPal to mainly just get a baseline for what I need. So I know on average using my Garmin watch that I'm burning anywhere between 2,300 calories and 3,200 calories. So that's a big fluctuation. So for me, I just set a base goal of 3,500 calories a day. I try to burn around 3,000 calories a day, just so that way I'm not gaining too much weight. But it's really hard to kind of gain weight when you're doing all of this training and all of this cardio. Never really had the opportunity to gain weight easily. I've always struggled putting on weight throughout high school, throughout college. Doesn't mean I never gained weight. Now through basic training, I definitely gained weight. But that being said, getting your base calories is super important. And then from there, creating meal plans based on your kind of caloric goals is the best way to track and measure. With that being said, let's jump into breakfast and I'll shoot you guys some nutritional facts. All right, so every morning I'm popping in Dave's bread, Boom and Berry. It's just a blueberry bagel. Let's give this a scan. So for the Dave's bread, it has 45 carbs, 2.5 grams of fat, 11 grams of protein, which is one of the main reasons I really like it. The other reason is on Yuka. I don't know if you guys have ever used the app Yuka, but you can kind of scan things around the grocery store and see if there are any toxic additives, and you can see what's healthy and what's not. Dave's bread was like a 90 out of 100 on a Yuka score, which is really good. There's not many additives and it's pretty healthy for you. So definitely recommend the app Yuka if you're not scanning all your stuff to kind of see what's in your food. Definitely recommend that. As far as nutritional values go. Not bad for 11 grams of protein from a source of carbs. You're not gonna get that out of a regular bagel. All right, so, next thing I'm doing, I do 2 slices of bacon. Typically, I like to cook the bacon first, just to get all the grease up the pan for the eggs. However, been cooking them in the pan. I used to have really bad problems with my smoke detector being really sensitive, and it would go off at like 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm sure my neighbors hated me. But recently we've been cooking it in the pan, and I don't know, I just think it tastes better, to be honest. I stopped eating bacon for a couple years, but I'm starting to like it again. All right, so while we're waiting on the eggs and bacon to finish up, let's talk about kind of the nutritional facts of my breakfast. So obviously to start, we have the M1 sport drink, that's 80 calories. The creatine is 0 calories. The Boomin' Bagels from Dave's Bread is 260 calories for 1 bagel. The organic cage-free eggs are 210 for 3 eggs. And then I have 2 slices of bacon, which is 70 calories. And then the micro of that is 65 net carbs, 23.5 fat, and 35 grams of protein. So all in all, consuming about 35 grams of protein and 620 carbs. Not bad to start the day. Kind of in between breakfast and lunch, typically I'll have a protein shake, and I'll show you guys what that looks like later on. All right, so this is kind of what my morning breakfast looks like. Definitely underestimated how hard it is to cook and film at the same time. Burnt my bacon, almost burnt my bagels, but I didn't. So I might get to eating. All right, so about to make my in-between breakfast lunch protein shake that kind of holds me over until lunch. Plus it gives me some coffee. It's around noon, so I like to try to hit my coffee around between like 11 and 12, just to give me a little pick me up. But anyways, so typically I always use almond milk. Ran out of almond milk after I poured a little bit in there, so mix it with Fairlife. This actually has a lot more protein in it than the almond milk does, and it's lactose free, so that's a huge win for me because I'm lactose intolerant. Plus, I'll take the protein when I can get it. Be careful with the plant-based milks right now. A lot of stuff is getting called back for the listeria outbreak that's going around. Huge here in Maryland, pretty wild. So the next thing is the 1 scoop of 1340 from GNC. That's gonna give me around 670 calories just by itself, so that's huge. Now, let's make the Nespresso. One of my favorite things by far that I have in my house. This is by far one of our most used and favorite appliances in our kitchen. We use this thing every day. We love the way Nespresso tastes. 10 times better than Keurig all day long. Highly recommend Nespresso. All right, so just grab this, dump that over in there, and that's it. You're ready to go. So pop this on. We'll get this thing going. It's not releasing. Sometimes you just gotta add a little more ice, because I like it like a frappuccino. All right, so yeah, this is my little coffee protein shake that I do right before lunch. Basically, get some carbs into me, gets me ready for the rest of the day, get some caffeine in me as well. Allows me to not like crash after eating lunch. But yeah, for now I gotta go back to work, so see you guys at lunch. All right guys, time to go make some lunch. So what I do for lunch is the wifey pre-made white rice. She breaded some salmon, and I do like a yum yum sauce. Actually, here it is. Let's go ahead and get lunch together. It's only about 800 calories, I believe. So nothing crazy for lunch, but dinner is definitely more calories. So we make up for all the calories there. All right, so typically I do rice in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, get it warmed up, and then I throw the salmon on top, do that for another 30 seconds, and then pull it out.
And we can just communicate aid station needs to read the
Breaded salmon smacked. And we throw some of this like spicy yum yum sauce on there. Look at that. All right, so this meal breaks down to 670 calories. The rice makes up majority of the calories at 450, and the rest is the salmon. The thing I really love about this meal is it gives me a lot of good fats and a ton of protein, which I really need in the off days to be able to recover my muscles and make sure that I'm not cramping during my workout. So definitely highly suggest this. The wife found it on TikTok or Instagram, one of the meal prepping. It's just easy, convenient, and I love it. All right, for the final meal of the day, we have a chicken parm Alfredo with fettuccine noodles. This meal is a total of 873 calories. Obviously, the majority of that is gonna be the fettuccine because it's very carb loaded. But for the day, it actually brings us to a total of 2,553 calories. Now, obviously, we still have 987 calories remaining, but with today being a slower training day, I'm actually gonna see a surplus of around 1,000 calories. So that really makes up for the days where I train harder and I eat a little less. And other days, obviously, I'll be snacking a little more and trying to make up for those harder training days. I've always struggled eating, especially because I'm obsessive over my work, and sometimes I just forget to eat. I like to make sure that all my meals are just ready to go. I can just come upstairs, put it in the microwave, eat really quick, and get back to my work. If you have any tips or any suggestions for meals, please let me know in the comments. Other than that, hopefully you guys found some value in seeing what I eat in a day, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.